with it, salvaging parts until he brought it back to life. From then on, technology became his escape. At school, Daniel was known as the genius. In IT class, while his classmates struggled with basic programming, Daniel wrote advanced scripts and solved problems that left even his teacher, Mr. Wilson, in awe. "Daniel," Mr. Wilson said one day, "how do you know all this? Who's teaching you?" Daniel shrugged. "Nobody. I just figure it out." Mr. Wilson marveled at the boy's talent, but also worried. He knew Daniel's potential could either lead him to greatness or trouble. One night, Daniel had a strange dream. He was sitting in front of a glowing computer screen, his fingers moving rapidly over the keyboard. Lines of code streamed across the monitor. Suddenly, a message appeared. "Access granted." The screen shifted to show the name of a local bank, and then, astonishingly, the World Bank. When Daniel woke up, the dream stayed with him. It felt more like a vision than a fantasy. He didn't know much about hacking, but felt an inexplicable pull to explore the possibilities. The next day at school, he approached Mr. Wilson. "Mr. Wilson, I had this dream. I hacked into banks, local ones, and even the World Bank." Mr. Wilson's eyes widened. "Daniel, listen to me. That's dangerous territory. Hacking is illegal, and if you're caught, the consequences are severe. You have a gift, but you must use it wisely." Daniel nodded, but the words didn't ease his curiosity. At home, as he stared at the peeling paint on the walls and listened to his siblings argue over their only pair of decent shoes, the dream began to feel like a calling. Life in the Harper household was tough. Dinner was often just ramen noodles or canned beans. The electricity would occasionally cut out when they couldn't pay the bill. Daniel's mother tried her best, but exhaustion was etched into her face. One evening, as Daniel watched his siblings huddle under blankets in the cold, he made a decision. "I'm going to change this," he whispered. "We don't deserve this." But first, he needed a proper computer. Since buying one was out of the question, Daniel returned to the junkyard. For months, he scavenged for scrap metal, old circuit boards, and discarded electronics. He sold the scrap for pennies, slowly saving enough to buy a second-hand computer. With his new computer, Daniel dove into the world of coding and cybersecurity. He spent nights studying programming languages, encryption methods, and network vulnerabilities. Online forums became his classroom, and anonymous hackers his unwitting mentors.